No, I'm fucking around. So, Trump actually might win this, yo. And the weird thing is, it's not even because of something he did. It's actually because of something that the DA did. And this is the thing that I don't understand. This is what makes it seem kind of like, um, you know, Boule Illuminati-ish. But I'm not gonna say that's what it is. But I don't know. This is weird because it's like, why would you do that? Like, really, is it that they're using this dude to, make it look good? Like, if I can get the people's brain, if I can get your brain to fucking go against, you know, who's actually keeping it real with you, then I can, win whatever. I can take over people's minds, I guess. That's what I would say. But I'm saying that to say this. With the 34 charges, the problem is Trump hasn't went to court, guys. You know what I mean? So you guys need to realize, how are you getting that information? Like, oh, it's leaked, but no. If you watch the news, most Democrat reporters are saying that you cannot prove that it's a leak from the DA's office. The problem comes in when it's like, we know it was leaked from the fucking DA's office because nobody else has the information. Trump's attorney is like, I don't even have this information. So how does the news have it if I haven't even received it yet? Okay, what people around the world need to realize is that is illegal in American law. You cannot leak a court case before the judge has even seen this person. The judge hasn't even said nothing to Trump yet. How would you guys know? It's an indictment. You know what I mean? It's an indictment, guys. Okay, so that means he's pulled in for questioning. Yes, it can lead up to, serious criminal charges, but it's like, how are you guys knowing what is on this already before he even goes to court? That is illegal. Now, here's where, my genius mind comes in to work. I'm like, well, why would they do that if they really want him? Why would he fuck up like that? But then you guys got to think about something Alvin Bragg said. He said, because people leaked that audio, he said he was going to personally prosecute Trump and all that. Okay, but now it's coming out, word through the grapevine, that it wasn't him pushing the issue. It was the office or, people that are on that side. They're the ones like twisting his arm to do it. This could actually be factual, because if he's going to get a felony, like, that's what people are saying, the only felony that can be given is to the DA. We all know that Stormy Daniels shit it's a misdemeanor, bro. It's not really anything of significance. So why are they blowing it up? Because they don't want that man to run again. Does that mean like Trump's the golden ticket? No, but Trump has enough evidence and backup on what the Democrats have been doing that they know if he gets back in, they're ruined. It's messing up their plan. They got things that they're doing. They're tied. Like, think about it. Their boy was Fauci. That was their guy. They were the ones that kept pushing him in our face. Okay, now it turns out he was lying. He's lying under oath about stuff that he knew, that he's claiming that he didn't know. But he did all the work with it. Show y'all something. Let me show y'all how they predicted Fauci already. They predicted Fauci years ago. This is Fauci. That's Fauci. The Reanimator. Oh my God, I gotta clear this fucking thing up. Even though it ain't really shit on it. But that's Fauci. If we want to use metaphors and how they tell us stuff in advance. Now, no, he wasn't making no new bodies or nothing like that. But that's who he reminds me of. Reminds me of this sick guy that's into these sick experiments. Like a true evil scientist. You know what I mean? Because people still getting AIDS. Fauci supposedly did all this years of research. He ain't found a cure yet, though. And that's another weird thing. That was a joke Black people used to say for years. Like, oh, you know, you talking that shit about AIDS, knowing you got the cure. Okay, so who are you guys talking about? You literally seen in your one life everybody clutching and riding this fool's nuts. Okay. He was wrong. He was lying. He was making up shit. All right. This is the same dude who supposedly did all the research on AIDS. Okay. From Immortal Technique to everybody. Dave Chappelle. Oh, we've had that cure for 25 years. Talking shit. Okay. Immortal Technique, you know, something scrounging and scraping for medicine, knowing you got the cure, nigga. Okay, he's talking about AIDS. Okay, that's the guy you're talking about. You're trying to blame the government. No. Only one side of the government was with that man. So who are you blaming? And this is what I need every person in the ghetto to realize. Black, white, candy stripe. Who are you blaming? Who's really at fault for why your life is messed up, or why your people's lives are messed up, or the conditioning of the start, the equity, all that different stuff that they're talking? Who's responsible for it? See, that's the scariest thing about a Democrat. They're such a fucking devil that they'll talk about fixing the stuff that they started. They created this crap. It was them. So I'm saying that to say this. If all the Democrats backed up Fauci, and they're still backing him up, even though we're literally catching him lying about everything. He knew what was going on. He knew what he was doing. He had been doing this research since 2011, but it really popped off in 2014. Hence why Obama knew. That's why Obama was able to bring that shit up, because they had been doing it since 2011. Okay, this gain of function stuff. Now remember, Fauci changed the name. Oh, that's not the name anymore. You can change the definition. Okay. You seen the Capitol. You seen the guy walking around. The big lie. Was he lying? And y'all like, all the votes came in. Nothing was rigged. Can we believe you? Can we really believe you? Like, whoever said there was nothing wrong with the machines, how can we believe that? How? Why was 2,000 Mules even made? That movie shouldn't even have been made. That shouldn't have been a movie made at all. And we're going to keep it all the way real. That movie shouldn't have been made, because there should have been nothing illegitimate going on. I don't know about you, but if a person tells me that somebody is a racist, and then they turn around and tell me this person is a spy, and then they turn around and tell me this person is evading taxes, and then they turn around and tell me this person is paying off prostitutes with campaign money. Even though this guy is a millionaire, has had more money than everybody accusing him, and has been floating off the $2 million that his dad gave him ever since the 70s. Now, I don't know about you, but just because somebody gives you some money doesn't mean you're going to successfully do anything with it. All his father, yeah, and then so why aren't you saying that about Will Smith's son, or LeBron James' son, or any black person that's successful and wealthy child. Why aren't you saying that about them? Ain't nobody argued with Puff Daddy, son. Oh, you got that money because your daddy rich. I ain't never heard that. So what's the beef with Trump? Because he's white? See, let the truth come out that the people talking about racism are the racist ones. That's why that's all they can talk about. Everything has to do with racism. Everything because you're black or because you're white or whatever. It never has to do with just credibility or you just suck. You know, that's why we didn't hire you. You're not equipped for the job. You suck. You know, truth. Nah, it can't be that. For them leaking that information about that indictment, that is illegal. You're not allowed to do that. So who leaked the information? Can't be nobody on Trump's side. His lawyer just told us she never even got no paperwork about it yet. And it makes perfect sense. He hasn't went to court yet. So what are we both to find out when Trump goes to court? Y'all gonna find out about the 34 counts that you already knew? How did you know? It's just like the Roe v. Wade thing. Who leaked that? Who did they just let in and then all of a sudden it gets leaked? First time in history. The black lady, Keninji Jackson. That's your leak. That's your leak right there. Okay, that's in there for life. You got a pipsqueak weirdo working with the Democrats on the grimy tip, not on the good tip, on the grimy tip, for life in the damn Supreme Court. And that's why people were fighting so hard not to have that motherfucker in there. Ain't got shit to do with her being black. Ain't got nothing to do with that motherfucker. If that was the case, Carl Thomas wouldn't be in there. Or Clarence Thomas. He wouldn't be in there. What are you talking about? Oh, it's because you're Republican. What the does that mean? I thought they wanted you hung. I thought you just were talking about they wanted to hang Pence. I thought you just said in Mississippi they're trying to bring hanging back. Okay, so why the hell would they want any black people around if they're willing to hang these motherfuckers? That's not adding up. Yo, peace and love, bro. I got a song called Overland and Sea to one of your joints. I could have and should have been put it out, but it's coming though. So like make it make sense. From what I'm seeing is these elitists work through the Democrats and they work through Hollywood and they work off propaganda and fear and racism. They work off everything that they claim they're trying to protect you from, trying to stop. That's what they work through. And I can't lie, it's a slick plan. It's a slick plan for me to tell you I'm your friend, I'm never going to hurt you, and I'm always hurting you. But you don't notice because I keep telling you I'm your friend. Even though we're all grown adults and it really doesn't make any sense. But you got to remember there's a lot of flutter. They got your favorite singer. They got your favorite singer telling you, walk this way, go this way. You know what I'm saying? They got your favorite actor. You're not even a big TV person, but you love this taco commercial. It's just for some reason, it just attracts you. Okay. Well, they got that person. That's where the issue comes in. As somebody that's known as a Negro on earth, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to want to root for yours. You know what I mean? A good dunk, a powerful statement. Of course, like you feel your people, you love your people, you're supposed to. But wait a minute. Here's the thing. See, this is the thing. We all Americans. See, this mind control shit is genius. It's like they put all these different groups together, telling you that they're one group, but they allow them to be segregated. Like I wouldn't even allow it. You know what I mean? I like when people say, "Oh, white nationalism." Yes, there's nothing wrong with white people wanting to exist and knowing the only way that they can stay is to only procreate with themselves. All right, for sure. But it's a double whammy because they also know they have to ties with they have to with like the melanated being. They have to. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually they'll get too sick and they'll die off. There's always been like that for them for the longest. That's why they were in the caves for the longest. They weren't coming out because I forgot what they called them, but I think it's troglodytes, I think. But it's like there was a time where white people were extremely burned. They had blisters. It was really bad because, we didn't have all these technologies that we have to help them. That's what sunblock is. That's helping them. You know what I'm saying? So they used to look really, really bad. Good things, that we're scientists and, we're here and we're making things better. Okay. From that, you have your normal white person. Okay, just like black people, they had to develop. You know what I'm saying? They keep talking about, the Neanderthal and the ape-like being, before the Homo erectus, the Australopithecus. You know what I'm saying? That's not a human. That's not a person. So everybody went through that stage of development. All right, but look. You guys are all here. Everybody's here because it's mainly going to deal with them too. Everybody knows that. Historically, they're going to deal with them too. But everybody's here. The French, the Spanish, the Dutch, everybody's here. Okay. You're all under one banner, the American, but they segregate y'all. Have y'all arguing about stuff that don't matter because you're all American. Like when a terrorist shoots over here, they're not pointing out who is what. No, they're killing all of you. You're all Americans. You're all dead. All right. We need to really start realizing that in politics, it's the same thing. It's not about racism. And you should never let somebody use racism in politics because you're all American. That government food stamp system that anybody's using, it doesn't have to be black people, but it's like anybody's using. Okay, that's American dollars. That's everybody. That's all the taxpayers. So you're not separate at all. But who brings that to you? Who's telling you guys are Americans, you guys are united and together? And then who's telling you, for the minority or the blacks or the Latinos, or they're always talking racism. Even if you're thinking in a positive way, racism is racism. It doesn't matter. As long as you keep bringing up differences and trying to split people up, that's what they will remain. Okay, there's only one group really doing that. And they're the one leaking information about stuff that's supposedly happening that you're not supposed to know until the arraignment. Like, we're not supposed to know how many counts Trump has until he goes in front of a judge and the judge calls off the 34 counts. That's how you find out in normal, society. And then it would come out in the paper, oh, Trump's hit with 34. So how are you guys getting this information? Oh, his people leaked it. No, they didn't. They were just on CNN saying they knew nothing about it. That's why the lady's like, because Don Lemon was like, oh, well, that's speculation. You can't say that they leaked it. We don't know. And she's like, well, I don't have the paper. So it's not speculation. No, it was them because they're the only ones who have. It's the DA of New York. The case is in New York. The dude, Alvin Bragg, is the commissioner of the DA or whatever the fuck. You guys are the only ones that would have this juice. Everybody's a Democrat. Like, stop. We're not going to play dumb. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to play dumb. And we're tired of you guys playing us like we are dumb. So, it's really at that point where it's like, can you see it? Can you see it? They're trying to twist it up and make it sound like it's about a prostitute and trying to steal election money. And well, it's not. It's about how they rat on themselves and they don't realize that they need to stop snitching on their damn self. You know what I'm saying? They do that shit way too much. They tell on themselves all the time. And it's for no reason. Like, now you just gave up that y'all got, in the pocket court systems. But who was talking about that? See, hip-hop is funny. It's like all these motherfuckers is from the ghetto, so they're all around democratic politics. Okay, they're the ones talking this conspiracy about the government got lawyers and judges in their pocket and they can do whatever they want. Who are you guys talking about? You have to be talking about the people in your city because your city that's all messed up. So basically, they're raping your money, raping your vote to keep you an idiot, and they don't give you any, bright future when they, tie the cops' hands behind their back and they really can't arrest you, and they got more drug programs, if anything. And it's like, dog, rehabilitation does not work. No, you either want to be a dope fiend or you don't. It's a very simple question and answer. And with all these, they just help you out. It's like, no. Let's keep it on. A lot of these motherfuckers are not productive people anyway. A lot of them are just junkie bums, just getting free meals, living off the ride of the government, and it's like, or society rather, because the taxpayers paying for it, and they hit us with a guilt trip and make us feel sorry for these people. COVID just happened. These motherfuckers are still in the corner with signs. COVID just happened, and millions of people died. You're still a bum. If that didn't change your life, then you weren't never going to change anyway. Why the hell should I help you out? Why should I give you anything? You don't want anything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't know people's stories. Man, there is no such thing as a story of a person who has all the opportunities in the world and doesn't do shit simply because something bad happened to him. Shit, I was born with a disability. You don't see that shit stopping me. I'm still moving. I'm still doing my thing. I ain't never quit. So I don't know about all that shit. I think that's weak shit. And I think that shit comes from weak leaders. You know what I mean? Like fucking Barack, like fucking Clinton, like fucking Biden. Is like, these are some weak ass leaders. Like, think about it, yo. Just think back at these motherfuckers. They were suckers, man. So what? They can play a song, you know what I'm saying, or speak very well, some bullshit. It's like, man, nah, these was all suckers. Obama fucked this up, foreclosure style. Housing fucking went to the shitter. Better yet, we had a fucking government collapse with that fool in office. With that fool in office, we fucking collapsed. And that's the dumbest part. It's like, bro, we was only $6 trillion in debt. How the fuck did we collapse fucking with you? You wasn't even in there a full fucking 8 years, bro. That shit collapsed, I believe, like his first 4 years. Whole thing just dropped. And we're all just sitting here like, oh, it's them. They won't let him do it. Man, he was the fucking snake in the fucking problem. He was the fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Put a fucking bullshit ass person in there, and that messed us all up. Now, Trump, fucking saint. I'm not saying it like he saved us neither, but he only had 4 years. Shit, with like, what really can I say? I really can't do much with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, damn, you're going in there 4 fucking years, like shit, and y'all really did y'all had more arguing with him about being a terrorist or working with the Russians, which that don't make no sense. Look, here's a checkmate to that shit too. Here's a checkmate to anybody who think Trump was a spy for the Russians. It's funny how when Biden's in office, they stopped drilling over here, but they begging them motherfucking Chinese who are working with the Russians for some oil. Of course, they turn you punk ass down. Then you go to the Saudis and you beg them for some oil. And they turn your ass down. That's when you can see what's really going on. See, everybody kept talking about this global elite shit. No, it's not everybody. Everybody's not involved. And Biden was never respected. Ever. You know what I'm saying? And we know who's the only person who allowed his weasel ass to do some dirty work was the Chinese. Ain't nobody knocking the Chinese. The people themselves, you know what I'm saying? They cool. You know You know what I mean? Because they getting fucked in the game too. A lot of them be getting kicked out their house and all different types of shit ever since COVID happened. There's a lot of weird shit going on in China. But you know, the people are cool. You know, that's the regular people. You know, as long as they're not racist. You know, trust me. There's racism all over the world, y'all. Like, I want people to really remember that shit because slavery didn't just happen in America. Honestly, America's like the last of the last. like last of the big deals where it's like it's worldly known. Shit. On the East, they been had slaves for a long ass time. But yeah, Biden and his son did the faulty deal with the Chinese. But that was when he was VP. By Obama talking about a disease worse than Spanish flu in 14. Biden's your VP. Okay. Then it just so happens that it happens, but who did it come from? The niggas you was running deals with. That makes it interesting. It's like it's all connected. Who's the first people to praise Obama when he got in office? China. Now, China really don't like black people. They really don't. They've actually enslaved black people before. See, we think about individuals. People like Bruce Lee. Like, oh, no, that ain't had no problem with black people. We also got to remember, Bruce Lee, I believe, was from Hong Kong. Hong Kong has always been different. They've always tried to, be their own thing. But those are individuals. You know what I'm saying? Every creed of people has that. But the CCP, nah, I don't like. They don't like your ass at all. Like, at all. That's why they gave you TikTok to twerk. While they over there teaching their kids science. That's the weirdest stuff ever. They don't even call it TikTok where they're from, and everything is knowledge-based. Artwork, classical music. Look what they got us on. Better yet, the children on. But yo, back to the point of the show. So this guy Trump, right? This guy Trump, man. How they fund ball on their own play? That's what I'm interested about. Why are they doing that? Who would do that? Who would throw out the information knowing that that's illegal? Like, that's a felony. You can't do that. Why would they do that? Is it more for image? Is it more like, they want the circus. They want the circus. They want the lunacy. I don't know. Yo, I like people to give me some feedback on this one, man. I'm just saying Trump might win. He might beat it because if he go to jail, the DA might go to jail. Because you're letting out information that's not supposed to be known. The judge hasn't got to see him yet. He hasn't got to give him the numbers. Stay tuned, man. Go.